Hello and welcome, dear brothers and sisters. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Kindama. Today's video, we are going to this museum of military, which is based in Luanda, Angola. On this museum, as you will see, like this one here, is a kind of was a picture that's taken, and it was designed there for a peace process that it took place in Angola. I'll give you more detail about this peace process that took place in Angola, which is was in 2002, after the civil war was over. So here at this museum, we will be able to see many different weapons and vehicle, armored vehicles that have been used to kill many people in Angola. As you may know, that country was in civil war for more than 3 decades, like 3 or 30 years of a civil war. When in Europe was kind of cold, the war, the era of the Cold War. In Angola was this hot war where Americans were supporting UNITA, the so-called rebels, and the government was supported by Russia and Cuba. So you can just imagine these two powerful countries, coming together in this country. That was really disaster. See, many people were dead, were killed, were dead in this war. So this is a kind of weapon that was used, and I believe this weapon here cost millions and millions of American dollars to buy all these weapons. As you know, till today, the Angolan government is still investing a lot in military equipment. They don't care about a health system or education system. They prefer to invest in military equipment. Why? Well, Angola is a country like North Korea, where democracy, it doesn't exist. This is weapon now is being purchased, being in order to defend the government to the people. So it's to oppress their own people. That's exactly where this weapon comes along, buying all the time. So along these years, many young people, they lost their youth, spending years and years fighting. And one of the things that was also difficult is people went as with their structure body completely fine, and they just left the army when they lost one part of their body. When you are not be useful into the army, that's the time when they retire you. Or then when you are dead, that's exactly the time then when retire you. Otherwise, you were there fighting all the time. So that's exactly what it is. And one of the things about this war that happened in Angola is you'll find members of the same family fighting each other. There were when the government needs a soldier, just go on the street or goes house and house. Actually, they were mandatory that every single male was born in particular year, every December, they have to go to a register in order to be ready to be called. So when you reach 18 years old, you have to be prepared that at any time you'll be called to join the army. On the other hand, UNITA as well, they didn't have the same structure as the government, but what they did is just giving this is a weapons that this is a cars that used by South African army, and that is this is the Portuguese army that planes that he used in the past. Yeah, the what the UNITA was doing is every time he want the new soldiers, he just go in a particular village, surround those village, and he literally just take along everything that's moving there, taking all the children, the women, the young men, and just take them along to serve to that army. So that's exactly what really happened. On one hand, we have got the MPLA or the government having one member of your family, could be your father, or could be your mother, or could be your brother, and on the other side will be the same. One member of your family could be on that side, and then after you come along and fighting each other, just because the purpose of that war was really not known for many people in the country. Yes, UNITA have been fighting in order to liberate the country, as they claim that to against the oppressor, or I mean to mainly it was about the socialism, to get rid of socialism and communism and all those things. And on the other hand, the government was against UNITA in order to fight them, for the ideology that they were fighting. So that's exactly what it is. The war went along for years and years, until until it was over. And how it happened, because Savimbi, who was the leader of that particular party, was killed on battle. This status belongs to Rainha Nzinga Mbadi. Nzinga Mbadi was the queen of Kimbundu kingdom. She was a brave woman that fought against Portuguese. I mean, not just her, but also we had Kimba Vita, who was the Bakongo queen that also fought the Portuguese. So we had in Angola many queens that fought Portuguese, but this one here is the most celebrated because currently the country is being dominated by Kimbundu people. Then they put this queen as the most important from the entire country, but not knowing that beside her there were also other queens and kings that they fought for the Angola. For example, we have got the Mandume, who was the king of Kwanyama. We not talk a lot about her or him. So welcome to museum. We are right now entering to the Museum of Defense here in Luanda. So when you're coming in, you get a chance to see. This is some of the photos about for example, this photo here, these two soldiers here, one was signed the peace process, as I was telling you earlier, that after Savimbi was killed, the leader of the UNITA, then they came on the 4th of April. They had a chance to sit down and sign peace process or peace accord within UNITA and the government in order to finish the war. So that was really brilliant way of solving the problem of coming together, sign this peace deal, and finish all the the war that was really scary for all for all the people who live in the country. As you may know that there are many people were internally displaced in the country. We had so many refugees within the country, people coming from the countryside and coming all the way to Luanda, which is the capital. Because currently, if you see coming to Luanda, you will see that Luanda have got more population than the entire country, because each province have got not less than the I don't know exactly what the statistics, because Luanda itself has like 7 million inhabitants, that is completely crowded. Yeah, this one here, these two here, the first on top, and the second was the two first president. Here were the soldiers or the commander of the Minister of Defense, and all this one here were all the chief of staff of the defense, of defense, army defense in Angola. I think that's the way it's called. Das Forças Armadas de Angola. FA. That's the way you pronounce it in Portuguese. So we've got a João de Matos, we've got a what's his names, if I can see all of these guys here, Sanyara and the rest. And this is also another group of all these soldiers. And this is the current president, João Lourenço, and his Marines members. Or I think that's the way it is, right? So we're going to tour to take more experience of all this museum here, see exactly how it goes. More people here. Some of the people really we heard a lot on the radio. We never get a chance to meet them. Some of them never came to, never been shown on TV, but on the radio the name on the radio was really kind of more. We heard a lot about it, so it was really intense to hear all these names, but they never showed their faces because of the war that we had, so they never liked to come up and to show themselves as a whatever you may call, to be known as the soldiers. This status here is Ojahenda, is one of the youth leader, according to that's when comes to youth date in Angola, is based on this man here, Ojahenda. And then he's standing there for all this. On this side here, this is a very, very big museum. The Portuguese used as a kind of watchtower, where they were, because it's close to the ocean, and they were just there to controlling any person comes along from the sea into the city. So this is a status of Diogo Cão, the man who came first in Angola. As you can see here, says Diogo Cão. It's good all this status is coming to the museum, but some of the countries still all these former colonies or colonizer the status inside the city, which gives a bad reputation, gives bad feeling to people who always to see these people who oppress blacks, still standing on the main cities in many countries. But these guys here in Angola, they had a chance to put in a museum. But I remember, see, in one province they still have got this status here, which is in Huila province. They still have got this kind of. I hope I will travel there soon and I will kind of checking out if they still having this status or not. So yeah, this is some of the Portuguese people who came here to explore, to kill many African people. So dear brothers and sisters, thank you very much to tune in. If God, this will be a series of 7 videos. So stay tuned for the next one, and then yeah, see you long.